Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to the Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today I'm going to do the October general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. So if you know your sun sign and it's Sag, you're in the right place. If you know your moon and your rising signs, make sure to look for those as well. I did a Celtic cross spread for the month of October, and I pulled a catalyst energy as well, which will kind of wind through all these cards in the month of October. So I'm going to go through the cards really quickly so you can see the layout, then we'll go through these one at a time. So your catalyst energy for the month of October is the Queen of Wands reversed. Moving into the Celtic cross spread, the heart of the matter, this is kind of your central point or what's on your heart for the month of October. We have pulled the Ace of Pentacles, and then I pulled a clarifier as well, which is the Six of Pentacles reversed. Crossing those energies, which is going to be your main challenges for the month of October, we have the Page of Cups. Deep past affecting the present, we have the Fool, reversed. New circumstance, we did the Four of Wands. I pulled a clarifier, which is the Two of Wands. They were both upright, yeah. Okay. In your foundation, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Crowning you, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. So many queens. And we have the Queen of Wands here. Okay. That showed up twice in this reading, so that is a lot of wand energy in general. Okay. Your energy for the month of October. I pulled the King of Wands, and then I pulled a clarifier for that as well, which is the Eight of Swords. Environmental energy, we have the Three of Swords reversed. This came up for Scorpio as well, so if you have Scorpio in your chart, make sure to look at that. Or if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Specifically, if you're in a relationship with one. Relationship came up a lot in the Scorpio reading. Okay. For your fear this month, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Clarifying that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And your outcome energy for the month of October is the Devil reversed. Okay, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands. This is your catalyst energy. It also shows up in your crowning energy, which I really like. This is going to be a really important month for what you're passionate about. And I get the sense that the path is open to you. I mean, they both showed up in the reverse, but all I'm really getting from the reversal is that you're kind of opening up your own channels within yourself to express your passion, your artistry, your inspiration, the things that you care about creatively. You're really just opening those channels within yourself. So it may not necessarily be a month of a lot of action in the world to this end, but you feel it. You feel it within you, and it's developing or it's processing somehow. It just feels like this open channel in my body. But I think it's just something that you're realizing within yourself. It's your own relationship with yourself and your creativity with the earth specifically. And, you know, earth energies like cultivation and manifestation. It's like you're having this conversation with the earth. And it's not really something that you need to express in the world right now. It's something that's really special to you, to your own heart and soul, your own soul's purpose. It feels really, really beautiful. And it's like you're right at the beginning of something. Something's gestating. Yeah. So let's look into a little bit more about that in the spread here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. I believe it showed up upright. So, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, we just said this here. You're right at the beginning of something new. something that you want to put out into the world, but you're not quite at that stage yet. You're right at the beginning of like figuring out how you're gonna do it. But the energy is just really available to you. So you have a lot of potential here. For some of you, ritual might be really nice. So, an earth ritual maybe, or a new moon ritual for the month of October. So that you can kind of spiritually, symbolically plant something. Set new intentions. You're on the cusp of something new. Clarifying that, we have the Six of Pentacles. There's a little bit of fear with what it is that you're doing, and I get the sense you're afraid that you might put all of your energy into something and then it like won't bear fruit. Like, oh, what if I do this thing that I'm really guided by spirit to do, guided by my own creativity and my own passion to do? What if I do it and nothing comes of it? Yeah, it's just kind of this fear story or this doubt story that's coming up for you. But if anything, that's what's going to get in the way of it the most. It's that story. It's that story that could cause you to procrastinate, or just kind of project out that energy, so then the universe can't bring anything to you because you're not letting go of it, right? So make sure that you set that intention, let it go, so that the universe can do something with it. And the universe will do something with it if you ask and you set that intention and you let it go, and then you do the work, right? Make sure that you do the work. Even if it's not in this month, even if you're still just kind of getting clear on your vision, what it is, coming up with a plan. Yeah, I think my point here is that whatever you have here feels really powerful, so don't get in your own way about it. Consistency is going to be key. Showing up for whatever this is going to be key. Persistence is going to be key. Not turning away at the first setback is going to be key. And you will be okay. Let the universe work for you rather than against you. Don't give it a reason not to give you what you're gunning for here. It's in your power. It is. Crossing this energy is the Page of Cups. Whatever you're doing here is something that you really care deeply about. You really care deeply. And it's scaring you. I mean, we said that with the Six of Pentacles here. It's scaring you because you really want it to work out, but you have to be vulnerable in a way, because with any endeavor, you're taking a risk, right? For some of you, this may be a new relationship, but I get a sense there's a lot of artists here, or people of kind of like a spiritual bent. It could be a relationship, though, a new relationship, or taking the next step in a relationship for some of you. But you have to make yourself vulnerable for whatever it is. And that's the fear. The fear is being vulnerable enough that it actually works. Because it's you know, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to really do it. You're going to have to commit to the work. And so I think that's the biggest thing that's holding you back, is that commitment. It's like, oh, it sounds nice on paper, right? And you can feel the energy kind of build. And then the challenge here is going to be making sure it doesn't just stay on paper. That you really do something here. Deep past, we have the Fool reversed. You may be really influenced by a time where you took a leap of faith and it didn't work out. And you may be wondering if it's going to be the same situation this time. I don't think that it is, but I think it really is influencing the choices that you might make here, because you're really afraid it's going to be like that one time when you took a leap and it didn't work. And so be really careful. I mean, acknowledge that every situation is different, and then ask yourself also, what did you learn from this situation? What did this situation teach you about taking risks that you can carry into this situation, whatever it is? How can you take safer risks? What's the thing that fell through for you last time that you've learned from so that it doesn't happen again? Because it's not about the risk itself. It's something else, and that's for you guys to figure out. But instead of using this energy to hold you back, use it to teach you what you can do differently this time. That's the key takeaway here. New circumstance, we have the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. So let's start with the Four of Wands. You're trying to build a foundation for something, whether it's an artistic project or a new relationship or a home, a career. You really want to take action. You really want to manifest something real here. Something that's going to bring you joy, something that's going to be around for a while. The Two of Wands is just saying you're not quite there yet. You're moving towards this kind of stability, this kind of foundation, but you're not there yet. You're right at the beginning stages where you're still figuring things out. You're still making decisions and kind of choosing how this is going to go and fleshing out these ideas. These are both in the upright, so I feel really solidly about what it is that you're doing. The only thing that feels like it's on shaky ground is the fact that you're right at the beginning and you don't know if you should commit. And so that's going to be the big thing here, is whether or not you're really going to commit to this. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is in your foundation. Make sure that you're really staying grounded with all of this. Don't get too in your head, because this is very exciting and this is something you care about a lot. Try not to get so lost in fantasy that you lose track of the real thread of whatever it is that you're doing. Make sure that you're connecting with the earth every day, that you're staying in your body, and that you're focused on the present moment with it, the task at hand. I mean, you can think about the vision, but make sure that vision is really grounded in reality and not fantasy, because that could derail you, potentially. That could also ruin your expectations if you have this really fanciful kind of vision of where you want it to be, but you're not there yet. That could hold you back too. So just make sure that you're staying grounded in the real. And the way to do that is to stay in your physical body, to really connect with the core of the earth and make sure that you're in your body and not just your mind, because your mind's going to hijack this in so many different ways. I'm seeing fear projection, fantasy projection, all of these things. Your mind's kind of really the killer, and what you really need to do is stay on track and stay on task and stay at the step that you're in right now. That's what's going to keep you here, keep you grounded, stabilize you in this month. Crowning you with the Queen of Wands, reversed. Yeah, it's going to be a balance between keeping the vision alive and staying in the present moment. It's going to be a balance between these two energies. That is the key here. And I think that's all I really need to say about that. Your energy this month. We have the King of Wands, which again is just kind of enforcing that you have a vision here. You have a vision here. You have what it takes to carry it out too. King of Wands, there's a lot of leadership qualities. There's a real get it done attitude. And there's the ability to really intellectually map out how you're going to do it, with the momentum and the drive and the motivation to be able to work through it too. So you have everything you need here, in terms of your own aptitude for whatever this is. The Eight of Swords reversed clarified that King of Swords energy, which I feel a lift. You're really gonna be clearing out old junk, old stories, and removing removing these patterns of self-limitation that are holding you back. it's like you're speeding down a highway. I mean, this is good. This is good stuff. I love the Eight of Swords in reverse for you, because it means that you're clearing triggers as they come up, and you're moving on, and you're not letting them stop you. It's great. In your environment, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is kind of like repairing damage after a hiccup. Whether it's with your partner, or for some of you it will be. This could be a new relationship that's coming in as you're healing from the old relationship, or this could be a new phase in your relationship where you're healing from old patterns of behavior between the two of you. For those of you that are not on the love thing right now, this is just with yourself. Your relationship with your creativity, your work, whatever this specific situation is for you. This is kind of repairing old damage from old narratives, and creating a healthier, more wholesome relationship with whatever this creative project is for you. Really positive stuff. This is feeling really good now. It's like you have a little wobble moment at the beginning, but then you really commit and you move forward. The position of what you fear this month, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, it's just you're fearing being vulnerable with this project, and you're fearing caring enough about it that if it were to fail, it would crush you. But that sense of care is also what's going to make this project a success, because you're so committed to the work that it can't fail, because you're showing up with integrity, you're showing up with consistency, and you're making it work for you, because it's important, and because the universe can feel that sense of importance. This is aligned with your heart and soul, and that's why it feels vulnerable and scary, because there is a lot at stake, and that's okay. You know, everything worth anything is, right? So keep that in mind. It's paired with the Seven of Pentacles. It's that same fear. I think I already mentioned it with the Six of Pentacles here. It's that same fear of, what if I put a lot of energy into this and nothing happens? What if I fail? That's the big kind of crippling fear for you this month. I shouldn't say crippling, because you can move past it, but that's just the biggest fear here. And so that's the one you want to be aware of. Don't let that fear of failure, the fear of putting energy in and seeing no results, stop you from doing something that you really, really care about. Don't let it stop you. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles here, you have the King of Wands here, you have all these green lights. Two of Wands, Four of Wands, so many green lights. The only thing that's going to get in your way is your own fear. I believe in whatever it is that you're doing here. I really do. Just because there's so much passion and so much emotion behind it. And I know that that's scary. I know. But I mean, like I said, everything worth doing is. There's always a risk. So it's really going to be a matter of stepping into that spiritual warriorship and doing it, even though you're scared, I think, because you can't stop fear from happening. You can only create a relationship with it, right? So, and there's so much that you're clearing out this month. So much that you're lifting off of yourself in terms of your own self-limiting narratives. So I think you're going to be okay, and I think you're going to do better with it than you think right now. I think the fear is going to dissipate the more you get into this. And then the outcome, we have the Devil, which is kind of mirroring the Eight of Swords as well. The Devil is freeing yourself of self-imposed limitation. And so, while I don't see with these reversals here, which the reversals here aren't a bad thing, it just means that you're doing a lot of inner work and not necessarily taking a lot of action in the world. That is because of this Devil energy here. This month is about removing these fears of failure, these self-limiting beliefs, these fears of vulnerability, and preparing yourself for what's going to happen in later months. Because right at the end of the month, it's like you've lifted this huge burden of self-imposed limitation from you, and then you'll have the green light and you can start taking action in the world. So this month is really about getting yourself ready for that. So I feel really good about this reading. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I think you have all the right tools and resources. And I think this is actually really big for you in terms of clearing old junk out of your energy field so that you can really move forward in a new way, which is really, really powerful work. So I'm really excited for you guys, actually. If you'd like to schedule a private reading, you can do so in the description box below. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, also in the description box below. Go ahead and give this video a like if you liked it so other people can see it. Subscribe if you want to see the next Sagittarius video in November. And I will see you guys then.